What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Velocity Universe here in WWE 2K19. So on this show, first, we've got CM Punk versus the Brian Kendrick opening up the show. And then we have Bayley teaming up with one of the women she will compete with at Summerslam for the Velocity Women's World title. Asuka, she'll team up with Asuka against the other woman she'll face on that night, Caitlin Rain, who has invited her twin sister, Alexis Rain, onto the show. Then we have Dakota Kai versus Maria Kanellis. Now, in the interest of fairness, we're having Dakota Kai face Maria, and if Maria actually does beat Dakota Kai here tonight, then she will be added to the Women's Intercontinental title match at SummerSlam. If not, it will just be the scheduled one-on-one between Ember Moon and Dakota Kai. And then the main event, we have Chris Jericho versus Edge. The match that was supposed to happen all the way back at Backlash months ago. Like I said, it's non-title. Jericho will not get the opportunity. He still does deserve the shot that he did earn before Backlash. He does deserve that, but Punk's getting the shot first. He earned that by beating Jericho earlier this month. But non-title, we'll see if Jericho can get some momentum back on his side. Maybe he can get some momentum away from Edge. We'll see. As we currently know, Edge is in his second reign with the belt, the Velocity World title. He's now held it for 82 days. Jeff Hardy has defended his TV title 3 times and has held it for 35 days. But he'll now defend it against both Shawn Michaels and Shelton Benjamin at SummerSlam. So we'll see if he can walk out with the belt there. I do expect Dakota Kai to win. I really do. She looked very good against Asuka. Nearly got a win. But Asuka was able to lock in that Asuka lock at the end of the match and get a win. But I expect the captain to rebound immediately and defeat Maria Kanellis, though Maria looked very good against Caitlin Rain, who is currently, I think, undefeated. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, if Dakota Kai wins here tonight, it will be the scheduled one-on-one match at SummerSlam between her and Ember Moon to crown the first Women's Intercontinental Champion. Otherwise, if Maria wins, it will become a triple threat, meaning both women's titles will be defended in a triple threat at the show. So we'll see how that goes. Along with our actual TV title as well, being a triple threat. You know, I never intended for that to happen, but whatever. We've got Miss Legs Like That, Maria Kanellis. Personally, one of my favorite entrance themes that there's ever been. To be completely honest. But she is here. She's feeling good. But can she get a win? Can she rebound after 2 losses since her debut? And can she get a win? Can she force her way into the match at SummerSlam? She immediately steps outside the ring. She's not feeling very good right now, you could tell, actually. And Dakota Kai is immediately taking it to her, but she responds back with a knife-edge chop. Her next strike gets blocked, but she gets shoved down to the mat. Now back inside the ring. Dakota tried to take advantage there. Didn't work, but she missed whatever she wanted there, but she's able to keep the advantage. Now got her in the corner and a drop kick right to the back. And follows through with a running bulldog. Dakota already with the upper hand here. The big kick there. You gotta watch out for those kicks from Dakota. Bicycle kick. Felt like she tried to take Maria's head off. But Maria able to counter. Elbow to the face and a cross body there. Just throwing her entire body at Dakota Kai. But now Irish whip. Dakota off the ropes. And just responds with a knee right to the ribs. That'll hurt. But Maria, playing a bit of possum, catches her off guard, got a 1, but only a 1. Still a bit early to be caught off guard with and get a 3 count there. Moves out of the way of the drop kick, and one kick knocks Maria down. Like I said, you don't want to get into you low-key don't want to get into a striking battle with Dakota Kai. Definitely not. But after the double stomp and a kick to the chest, Maria was able to kick out at 1. But now she's able to counter, sweeping out the legs. And now just showing off a little bit, driving the foot right into the throat there. But now Dakota takes her down. Oh, but caught off guard again. Another quick pin here by Maria, and another 1. Maria just trying to stay alive here, win by any means. But with the upper hand again, she slams the arm into the canvas. But there's an elbow right to the skull. Oh, but hung out to dry. Throat first onto the top turnbuckle, and Maria with a kick right to the back as well. Got the clear advantage right now as she turns her over. And Mike Dyson counts a 1, but barely a 1 at that. Maria cannot get a decisive even 1 count right now, but Dakota Kai blocks that slap and sends Maria off the ropes and blocks the bicycle kick that time, stepping out of the way as there's a belly to back in the middle of the ring, taking her down. Maria's doing pretty well right now, actually. And, there's a bulldog! Just grabbed her, jumped up, and slammed her down as she's measuring Dakota Kai right now. Oh, look at this. Here's an X Factor! X Factor immediately into the pin. Great look at the shoulders by Mike Dyson, but it's not enough to put away Dakota Kai. When she looked as good as she did against Asuka last week, I mean, not surprising, but caught her off guard with the head scissors there. And just like that, Dakota Kai back in control. Got Maria off the ropes. And sidesteps the bicycle kick again. Tries to grab her, but double elbows to the face. But Maria able to still capitalize, pendulum backbreaker, and just stretches her out on her own knee. Feeling a bit tired. She steps outside the ring to catch her breath. Get a bit of a reprieve. And she's got it. As she slides back in the ring as Dakota was recovering. And try to keep the advantage here, dragging her to the ropes. But Dakota Kai gonna make her pay for it, fighting her off. Elbows to the midsection. As Dakota, she's got her up. No! Maria turns the powerbomb into a sunset flip. Got a 1, but still only a 1. Dakota just cannot be beat right now. But Maria with a drop kick. She's got the clear advantage right now, believe it or not. But she just can't get a decisive pin on Dakota at all right now. Now Kai got her in the corner. Knife edge chop. And I'm going to spin her around. Start targeting the back as well. But Maria fights back. Caught the leg. Dakota takes her down. And gets her for the single leg Boston Crab. But it was a rope break, so she had to let it go immediately. Not great. Not what she was looking for at all. But now the 3 straight kicks to the face. Now got her in the corner again. But Maria able to counter, but knee to the midsection. Just striking away as Dakota Kai. Stunning Maria here. As here's another running bulldog. Dakota Kai really bringing this match back. Now got Maria in the corner. Now we saw this last week against Asuka. Full head of steam. Big boot. If you're not careful, that kind of move can break a nose, do some serious damage. But into the pin. Got a 2. Got a 3. Maria, she tried. She did what she could, but it just wasn't enough. And Dakota Kai will get a one-on-one match with Ember Moon at SummerSlam to crown the first Women's Intercontinental Champion. But Maria, she looked good. She did. But sometimes you just gotta try a little harder than that. As Dakota Kai rebounds from her loss against Asuka and guarantees that she will have a one-on-one match for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. Huge match, huge opportunity there. That's exactly what she needed for sure. But can he rebound here? That's the real question. He and The Miz are here. You know, the Miz has been a very supportive partner of Chris Jericho here in the universe. Even if The Miz hasn't, much like Triple H, hasn't found much success. But unlike Triple H, The Miz actually has gotten wins because of himself. And even has a pinfall victory over the man who Edge faces at SummerSlam, CM Punk. Finishing off CM Punk with a skull-crushing finale in a big 8-man elimination tag team match a few months ago. Right before the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. But now, we've got Edge, the Velocity World Champion, with that beautiful title around his waist. He hasn't been in action on the show. I was going to say for a while, but that's not true because he competed in tag team action with Kendrick last week. But he's ready to go. He hasn't been in singles action for a while, since the pay-per-view. But he's ready to go. And we'll see how it goes for sure. Can he keep momentum on his side? Or will Jericho beat Edge once again? Allowing or showing that he does in fact still deserve his one-on-one earned opportunity at the title. Jericho was able to move out of the way of the knee. And he took him down with a forearm, and now he's got the advantage. Of course, Edge has his best friend and tag team partner, Christian, in his corner, much like Jericho has his partner, The Miz, in his corner. But Edge takes him down. But Jericho clotheslines Edge up and over the top rope into the floor, and Christian going to help his buddy up. As Edge and Jericho going back and forth here on the outside, but both back inside the ring. And Edge, his strike, his kick was a little bit faster, as now he's going to send Jericho ricocheting off the top rope, rebounding off of it. But Jericho with an elbow right to the face, as another clothesline takes down the Rated R Superstar. And now Jericho with a pendulum backbreaker taking him down as well. And now just puts a boot right to the face. And going for a quick pin here. But got a 1, but not much more than that. Edge has been pretty impressive. Even if he only technically has 1 successful title defense, he has been impressive. He won a very grueling TLC match against Shawn Michaels at Money in the Bank in the main event, of course. But another clothesline up and over the top rope to the floor. Jericho just wiping his boots on the mat. He's feeling good. He's looking very good and dominant over the champion. As Edge runs back in the ring, tries to take advantage, but gets caught with a hip toss. And now look at this. Chris Jericho immediately takes him down by the legs. Walls of Jericho as the champion crawling to the ropes. And he's able to power out using the crawling he was doing as some leverage there. But Jericho immediately kicks away at the legs and a step up enziguri. As Jericho now, he's measuring the Rated R Superstar. He went for the code breaker, but Edge able to counter. Oh, and now look at Edge. Look at Edge. He's the one who's turning Chris Jericho over. Walls of Jericho. But Jericho quickly powers out. Shows how little respect Edge has for Chris Jericho. And now look at this Jericho working over the arm. Got an arm bar here. But Edge turns it over. You're smacking Jericho right in the mouth. But Jericho gets back up, hits him with a forearm. But Edge saying, haha, nice try. You can't lift me up. But the spear got countered into a DDT. That spear would have been out of nowhere. But instead, Edge got his head spiked into the canvas. As he's feeling real good right now. Look at that. There's the axe handle. And a clothesline. And there's the winning Edge. He's doing real good, feeling real good. Now look at this, going for the execution. No! Jericho able to counter fight his way out. And a low blow! Jericho! Low blow right in front of the referee. Edge gets another win, but he sure as hell does not have momentum going into the pay-per-view. I mean, geez, I don't really know what to make of that. Like I said, Edge won the match, but he sure as hell does not have momentum going into the show whatsoever, into the pay-per-view. But it is a win. CM Punk was able to get a win, keep his momentum over the Brian Kendrick. Caitlin Rain invited her sister Alexis into Velocity temporarily as they got a win over Bayley and Asuka that helps Caitlin's momentum going into the show. Dakota Kai keeps the Intercontinental title match, a one-on-one match at the pay-per-view with Ember Moon. And Edge, like I said, he won, but he does not have momentum on his side after that. So we'll see if that affects how things play out. That was another episode of Velocity Universe, and I'll see you when the shows come together for the SummerSlam pay-per-view. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, share it on social media, do all that good stuff, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.